within some months or by the end of this year? There isn't any. Like,
God, what? Like we are not planning for IELTS exam. I have some basic understanding of what exam is all
okay.
about. But
Okay.
I would love to hear from somebody.
So, are you not willing to participate? Because, see, this isn't anything that is extremely specific or will go too much into the topics. We'll be asking the same questions, like which we deal with on the regular basis. So, it isn't like if you're preparing for IELTS only, then you can give the answers of these questions which we will be asking every day. Even if you're preparing for your conversational purposes, it would completely be fine.
Yeah, that is a very valid point you have raised.
Okay, so are
that
you willing
will benefit
to?
also. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm participating.
Okay, extremely.
Yes, exactly.
So,
I'm too very excited now.
yeah, sure. So, are you ready for this? I guess Vinod was talking to me, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, we are ready.
Okay, so I'm not sure who is speaking right at this moment. So, please, any one of you can tell me that who's speaking to conduct it first.
Yeah. Hello. Can I try?
Yes, Rolex.
Okay,
You can.
Rolex
Yeah.
can
Okay, ma'am.
Rolex start first.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone else can mute your mics for a bit, please. Rolex is going to speak for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Please don't interrupt.
ask me.
It's a humble
Yeah.
request.
Hello, ma'am. Don't ask me any like difficult question, hypothetical question, very tricky
Okay.
question, ma'am.
If it's something that you're not comfortable with, you can tell me to change the question.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely,
Yeah, it's completely fine. No issues. Yeah. Okay. So we'll proceed with Rolex then. Okay. Apps. Which applications have you recently used?
Recently, yeah, I can say like it's a Telegram. Nowadays, I'm literally addicted about using Telegram. I guess like I have been using Telegram for last 5 months, and one of my friend he told me like the Telegram, and yeah, I just using this application. I wanna enhance my English speaking skills. I just wanna enhance my English communication skills. That's why I'm using this application.
Okay. So, what kind of applications are you usually interested in?
I love to use like YouTube as well as like Linkbee application. The couple of application is literally one of my favorite application. Both of is my favorite application. Why? Because like whenever I just want to learn something regarding to anything, I'm just to simply search it on YouTube. It's good, could be anything, but YouTube is like one of my best friend, I can say.
Okay. So, which was the first application that you used?
First application, I don't know exactly. I forgot. Maybe I guess it's like I'm so sorry, ma'am. I don't know exactly what I used the first time in the first application, ma'am.
Okay. So, what kind of applications would you like to use in the future?
My future, I don't know any idea now. Maybe upcoming days, like lots of new, like so many new application will come upcoming days. But it's like according to that time only. But now I don't know any idea about that. But maybe I love to use like this Telegram, type of application. But I love to use like more safe and secure applications. That is the more important.
Okay. You answered really well, and there isn't any issue with your confidence. But sometimes, when we are asked questions, there are some minor details which we mostly miss. Like in the first question, I guess most of you will not be able to catch up this mistake. But They've asked recently used. That doesn't mean that nowadays you're using or you're using it on a regular basis, but they asked that recently, which was the last application you used and you came here. That is what actually I was asking about. Okay, so pay attention to these minor details if you can. Yeah. The second question, what kinds of applications are you usually interested in? Couple of applications and you used is with that. Is used for singular things, and couple of applications was indicating towards the plural things. So you have to keep a check on this mistake of yours, and never use regarding to with the regarding. Okay, it is always regarding the subject, regarding this issue, or regarding this specific term. Never use regarding to, because it's already giving the whole meaning. And the third question, which was the first application you used, there might be many instances like when you will not be able to recall what was the first application you used. So you can come up with another idea. See, the oldest applications are usually WhatsApp and Facebook. So you can give an example of those, that my friends introduced me to this application and I usually generated interest in using it. And this was the first application that I've ever used. Okay. And the fourth question, answered really well about you would like to use the future, like the applications which are more secure. So that was completely fine. But to be specific, instead of Telegram, you can mention any other, like related to education, related to communication purposes, or related to entertainment purpose. So you have to first of all categorize the application, the type of applications which you would like to use, and Telegram or any other application would come in that as an example rather than the main information. Okay. Is there any other doubt that you want to discuss, Rolex?
No, ma'am. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, you're most welcome. So who is the next participant who is willing?
May I go next?
Yes, sure. Could you please speak again, because I didn't get who spoke.
Okay, myself, perfect smile.
Okay, perfect smile. Okay, perfectly fine. So hope you're ready now.
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So your topic is concentration. Is it difficult for you to stay focused on something?
Like, if we talk about the current situation of mine, so currently I am not able to concentrate on things. Like when I was in my school time and when I was in my junior college, at that time I was a very concentrated person. Like I used to concentrate on my studies, I used to concentrate on a particular thing at a particular time. But now my mind is unfocused. Like now I can't concentrate on the same thing for a long time.
Okay. So tell me, what do you do to help you concentrate?
When it comes to study, at that time I'm a early bird. I can't stay late night and I can't study late night. So what I do is I study in early morning. So this helps me to concentrate as everyone around me is silent and there is a good atmosphere in which I can study. So the atmosphere and silence helps me to concentrate.
Okay. What may distract you when you're trying to stay focused?
Can you please come back?
Okay. What may distract you when you're trying to stay focused?
My family members, they always distract me. Like I do have a small brother. He is really very small. So the moment I try to concentrate on a particular subject, he comes up and he like just makes some kind of sounds, or he just try to like distract me by like making cute faces. And my mama also, like she again and again comes inside and see like check out what really I am doing. Am I studying or am I checking out my phone and kind of stuff. So my family members usually distracts me. Yeah.
Okay. When do you need to be focused?
When you are serious about your goals in the life, at that time you need to be very focused. When you are willing to get something in your life, or when you are really trying very hard to achieve something in your life, at that time you should be really very focused.
Okay. Answered really well. Fluency is absolutely great. So there are some minor details which you can pay attention to. Like, is it difficult for you to stay focused on something? So you can say normally, yes, it is, because you gave an answer in the form of comparison, which was a very good strategy to follow. But first of all, clarification is required that yes, it is. But nowadays, it has even increased more. So after that, you can
Okay.
give comparison, which you have given. Okay. And the second question, sometimes while speaking, I guess you are aware of this thing that we should say an early bird, but you said a early bird. So
Uh-huh.
might be
Yeah.
between a slip of tongue,
I,
but
yeah.
yeah, you can rectify it there. Yeah. And the third question, what may distract you when you're trying to stay focused? Very good. Like you explained it perfectly in the form of kind of a story that, first of all, your brother would be distracting you and sometimes your mother checks on you. So perfectly fine. But while mentioning about your brother, instead of saying very small, you can say young. That would be more suitable to say instead of small.
Okay. Okay.
And your members distracts with members distract will come, because with verb s or es would only
Yeah.
come with the third person singular. Okay. And
Okay.
the fourth question, the one major mistake that most of the people do make in the fourth question type is that when do you need to stay focused? So I asked you the question, and you mentioned when you're serious about your goals or you want to do something in your life. So you should not mention the next person again, like you are. You should take it to yourself, and you should be saying that whenever I'm serious about something in my life, or if I want to achieve something, or if my exams are approaching, I need to be focused. Okay. So answer
Okay, I
in
got
these.
you.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
you're most welcome. So who else is willing to go next?
Can I
Shall
go?
I proceed?
Okay, AP.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. So your topic is science. Do you like science?
Yes, I like science very much. In my school days, I was a science student. I studied science uh, until my 12th class, and after that, I changed my stream.
Okay. When did you start to learn about science?
When I was since childhood only, I had this knack of knowing something about it. Like I had inculcated this habit of inside myself that I wanted to know the reason of everything. So knowing the reason of anything is a kind is related to science, and uh, I realized this thing in the early stage of my life, so I opted for science in my later days.
Okay. Which science subject is interesting to you?
Personally, I believe that physics was more interesting, uh, and chemistry is also science, part of science, but all those chemical equations and I was really not very much perfect into that, but I like physics very much.
Okay. What kinds of interesting things have you done with science?
Uh, Talking about my experiments during my school days, I used to do lots of experiment in my chemistry lab, in my physics lab, and uh, with mathematics subject also. I used to do lots of experiments. So uh, I made some models in that was related to current. So these were all the interesting things that I did during those days.
Okay. So answers were really good, but in some of your questions, I would say that the reasons were missing. Like, do you like science? Yes, you're curious enough, and you were a science student. You talked about it all that till when you pursued science as a subject. After that, you left. But you should provide the reason why you like science. It was given in second question, but it was required in the first one. The reason why you like science, okay, as a
Okay.
subject. The second question in that, as this is the part one that we are discussing for today, so it isn't required to go into too much of the details. So you talked about, yeah, I have the habit of knowing about the things. So I started learning about science in my elementary school or whatever you talked about. But only you need to talk about a specific time or class or during this age you started learning science because this was introduced as a subject to you. Okay, that would be enough.
Okay.
Apart from telling
Okay.
that you're interested in it and the reasons for it. Which science subject is interesting to you? Physics is interesting to you. Definitely a very clear answer was given, but you were discussing the contrast part here as well. That chemistry, I don't find it quite interesting. But again, the reason for physics being your favorite subject was missing. So please provide it, okay? Yeah. The fourth question, talking about models and all, extremely good. You talked about the both subjects that, yeah, physics, chemistry, both experiments you did, and models that were related to. Okay.
Okay.
So these would be the corrections that you need to make. So basically, you're not missing much of the things in your speaking. The only thing that you need to work upon right at this moment is providing reasons for each and every question, which is extremely important, being it a part 1 or part 3. Okay.
Okay. Thanks for giving such insightful and honest comments. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Okay, so who else is wishing to go next?
I would like to go on the next.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe.
Okay.
Hello. Unfathomable told before that. So you should go with unfathomable.
Yes,
It's okay.
he's only speaking, I guess. Was that him?
Yes,
Yeah,
me.
Shubham this
Yeah.
side. I would like to go next. Okay.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
would like.
Wait,
I'm
guys.
actually
First
confused.
unfathomable, then Subham. Okay,
Yeah, sure.
wait. I will manage it. First unfathomable, then Subham, then other portion. Yeah, unfathomable. Go ahead.
Yeah, unfathomable. You can speak now. Okay, I'll tell you the topic. So, your topic is holidays. Where did you go for your last holiday?
I'm really not that kind of a person who loves traveling. So I prefer staying at home whenever there's a holiday. So the latest visit that I did was to my maternal aunt's house when I had my summer break.
Okay. Do you like holidays?
Not really. Being a workaholic, I prefer working rather than going in for holidays because I think
Oh,
that staying in holidays is kind of an idle way, but I would prefer to work rather than enjoy a weekend.
okay. Which public holiday do you like the best?
It's very difficult to choose among the many holidays that we get regarding the public holidays. But if I was given a priority, I would choose Independence Day because it is the day that marks that we Indians was finally set free from the British rule. And it is a day to celebrate our freedom and take it to other level so that we get freedom in every section of society.
Okay. What do you usually do on holidays?
I am an introvert person, so I love to spend time with myself. So the one thing that I do is I try to finish the work that hasn't been done before. And apart from that, I love reading. So whenever I get a holiday, I read and write.
Okay. Do you think people nowadays have enough leisure time for themselves?
Not really, I would say, because I think that the work pressure and the competition has increased so much that people are not able to manage time, because of which they don't get time for themselves. So proper time management is what is necessary in this present era.
Okay. Answered really well. Presentation was extremely appreciable. And the first question, though, I would say that if you're having a question where you're asked to speak about your past incident, so you should relate it to a bit, because you said, I'm not that kind of a person who would enjoy his or her holidays or would go for holidays at some place. So usually if you are going to discuss both the sides, tell that usually I'm not this kind of a person, but last month or last weekend, our family planned a trip to one of our relatives' house and we went there for a trip. So, okay. So you should try to relate your previous information. Yeah. Otherwise, you would be contradicting yourself here. And the second answered really well straightforward to the point that you don't. Okay. Sorry. Am I audible now?
We cannot hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, hello, I can hear you, ma'am.
Okay, I guess it's issue from your side. Sorry. Am I audible to you now?
Yeah, ma'am, you
Yes.
perfectly audible to us.
Okay, I guess I'm not audible to her. Okay. Are you able to listen me right
Yeah.
now? Okay.
Couldn't.
Ma'am, oh
Please.
my God. How many times I'm told you, ma'am? You
No,
perfect.
actually, I was asking her.
Oh, I'm sorry. There was some
No
issue from my
issues.
end. Can you just
Yes.
please repeat it?
No, I was actually talking about the second answer that you answered it perfectly in a perfect fine way. And the third question, which public holiday do you like the best? We Indians was, maybe it was a slip of tongue. It would be we Indians were. Okay. And take it to other level. Other is used for usually plural things. Another level would be fine. Okay. The third question. The fourth one, what do you usually do on holidays? You talked about your schedule that you like to do the work that is postponed due to some issues or anything. So, very good reason was provided, and even in the fourth question. So, overall, talking about the review, your speaking is extremely fine, more than fine, I would say, perfectly fine. Presentation is extremely great. Use of connectors and sentence initiators, that is also well placed. You're only having 1 to 2 minor issues, which I guess you are aware of, and this might be a slip of tongue of the mistakes that you made today. Okay, so you're going perfectly fine. But in case if you want more improvement to be done, I would say you can refer to some of the phrases in your speaking to make it sound more natural. Okay.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Who was the next one?
Yeah, hi, ma'am.
Hi. Okay. So are you ready for the questions?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
Okay. Okay. So your topic is car trip. Do you like to travel by car?
Yes, I do like to travel by car because I believe the car traveling is one of the safest traveling wherever you want to go. But some of the time, means most of the time, it is not possible to go everywhere by the car only. Some of the places we have to choose the two-wheeler also because there are different aspects, different reason. Maybe the if I believe if there is any traveling means traffic area
Okay.
is the way
Okay.
you have most of the traffic, you must use the two-wheeler means instead
Okay.
of the car. And if you are traveling alone, then probably you must use the two-wheeler only for traveling. But
Okay.
yeah,
When do you travel by car?
most of the time I had traveling with my family only by car.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Where is the farthest place you have traveled by car?
farthest place is among I travel for the 700 kilometers. I have recently traveled, and that was the very farthest distance I have covered with the car. And I moved from Nagpur to Nashik, and that distance 700 kilometers I completed in within uh, 7.5 hours in the day.
Okay. Do you like to sit in the back or front while traveling by car?
Uh, actually, yes, I like to travel. Means I like to drive the car. I would like to drive the car instead of sitting in the back. There are two reasons
Okay.
again. I believe means I feel that in the back when you sit in the back, you will feel more waves. Means you will feel the more movement in back of the car. And actually, I have back pain, so I always prefer to sit in the front or I will drive only.
Okay.
Means
I guess
majorly
you were
there is a
talking about.
medical because of the medical issue. I just explain my medical issue. Nothing
Okay.
more.
No choice. You can say I feel more nauseous when I sit in the back. Okay, while traveling by car. And one thing to point out here, when these questions are asked to you, even if you're going to appear for IELTS or if someone is asking questions, so you should avoid using you because the questions are personally being asked to you. I'm asking for your preference, not about people or if you're talking of not generally about this topic. So when I'm asking you that do you like to sit, so you're not supposed to mention you there in your answering. Okay, so avoid this thing and avoid overusing the at the places where it is not supposed to be used, like by the car. Simply, it would be by car. And the second question: when do you travel by car? they were asking about, you told when I'm traveling with family, more situations can be given. Like if I'm going to a place which is far enough from my hometown, or where I cannot go with the local transport, I would prefer to go by car. Okay. And the first question, you explained it too much, I would say, as this is the part one, so it isn't required that you should keep on speaking. You can just restrict your answers for 3 to 4 sentences, and that would be more than enough, because you answered the second question in the first itself. Like you talked about this thing that you travel by car and you like it really. And after that, you went on explaining more things, that whenever I'm going to outer place, or whenever I'm traveling to the outer city or outskirts, you prefer to go by car. So that is not what is being asked. Be specific to the question. What is asked, that do you like or not? That would be enough, and the reason for your liking. So basically, it would be involving only 3 to 4 sentences. Okay. Otherwise, you've explained it really well, but it would be specific only in the part 2, where you will be required to speak more. Okay. So try to
Okay, ma'am.
restrict your information a bit. And one thing, minor thing, in the third question, you told that I moved from this place to place. You didn't move, you drove by car. Okay. So drove word can be used there.
Yeah.
So that was all for your review. Yeah.
Thank you.
Who's the
Thank
next
you for
participant?
reviews.
Yeah, you're most welcome.
May I?
Yeah, sure, Alex. So your topic is relax. What do you do to relax?
I usually engage in some sort of entertainment.
I'm sorry, you're not audible. Is he audible to everyone else? Or I'm having issues with...
No,
he is not audible to all of us.
I'm unable to hear Alex's voice.
Okay.
Guys,
Alex?
No, he's not.
Okay,
may
give
I
me
know-
chance too.
May I know what is going on?
No, give me also chance.
Okay, the IELTS session is going on currently, and the participants, when asked to speak,
You can go
will
with
be
another
Give
person.
me chance. Give me chance.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Alex, you
After next participant, I will come.
Okay, sure.
Okay, sure. Can I this time?
Yeah, sure. Alex, you can check your network connectivity and join again. Okay, Scarlett. Yes, you are. Scarlett, please wait for a while. After Alex will proceed with you, okay? As he was speaking and he got some issues in between. Yeah. Alex, I hope you're...
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
No issues. So your topic was relax. What do you do to relax?
See, as I told, I usually engage in some sort of entertainment. I watch movies or maybe a series. And I also enjoy reading theatrical plays, yeah, that's what I do usually for relaxing.
Okay. Do you think doing sports is a good way to relax?
Yeah, for some people, but personally it's not my thing. Mainly because, I'm not interested in sports, that's why.
Okay. Do you think vacation is a good time for you to relax?
Yes, vacation is really a good time to relax, mainly because it takes the stress out of the stress from your life. You have been putting a lot of work for a whole year, and a time off is good for your body. So yeah, I prefer vacation.
Okay. Do you think students need more relaxing time?
Yeah, I do. Especially in this time, I do believe the students need more relaxation. Considering the immense pressure from both their school and from parents, the expectations are rising day by day. So I think they should need more time for relaxing. And I think schools and even at home, they should give provisions for that.
Okay. So the answers were perfectly fine, but I would say for improvement, you can add up some other connectors and sentence initiators in your speaking. Okay, grammar is overall perfectly fine, no issues with that. But also you are also using the phrase like in between. So avoid that.
I'm
I
sorry.
told that I'm mentioning you. No issues, like no need to be sorry. I'm just clarifying this thing here. And a very good thing was used about telling that it's usually not my thing, and I would not prefer sports, but for some people it is. It's very good strategy of attempting an answer like this. So overall, the way of attempting questions is extremely good, but adding some connectors and phrases would enhance your speaking more. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Now ask me.
Okay, sure.
I'm ready.
But actually,
Yes.
Scarlett was there. So,
But
Avi, we
I
will
gave her
continue.
chance. I gave her chance. Now that day, I refused and Scarlett called me. I said after one person I will speak. So technically, it's my chance.
Okay, fine. Scarlett will come towards you after Avi. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Avi, hope you're ready now.
Yes, I am ready.
Okay. So your topic is primary school. What did you like to do the most when you were in primary school?
I used to talk with people, my classmate. I used to play with them. I used to drawing, and also that was very imaginative phase. I used to imagine a lot. Like my grandfather used to tell me the stories. At that time, I used to think a lot. I mean, that expanded my thinking.
Okay. So tell me, how did you go to your primary school?
I used to walk on my foot because the school was closer to me. So, and that was very funny part because we used to go into the group while talking and playing together. So that was fun. So that's how I used to go.
Okay. How do you like your did you like your primary school much?
I love it so much because it all the emotions which I had that ingrained in my heart, and I miss them. Those things still I miss them, which I had learned, the techniques, the teacher which they used to tell, the guidance they provided, like respecting elders, touching their feet. So I still love that, and so many things they taught. So that thing I love it.
Okay. What did you do in your leisure time in primary school?
In primary school, during my school used to be in the I used after school when I used to come, we immediately used to go with playing. There are lots of boys where we used to play, so that was only my leisure time. And other day used to be the Sunday, and even Sunday, most of the time I used to play with toys, a lot of toys, and I used to break them and make new toys. And also I used to play with my friends in group. So that was and watching TVs like Shaktiman and other shows were there. So I used to watch them.
Okay. Information was, I would say, extremely interesting, and the way you presented it in a form of story. Like, first of all, you used to do this thing. Next step was this. In every question, this interesting part was there, which most of the people miss in their speaking. So, one thing that you need to work upon is avoid overusing the word "used to" because it was there in most of your questions. So, try to restrict its usage. Okay. And like mostly in the first question also used we used to go, we used to do this, and the connector you're using the most is so avoid using it more. Try to use alternates. Okay.
But ma'am, it wasn't passed, so what alternate words I can use at that time?
See, used to is not required in every question. You can have some alternates. We used to go at this place. You can say another thing that I loved doing the most was playing with my friends in the afternoon. So that can also be used.
And another way? And another way?
Another way, it depends upon the information as well. Like most of the, you can differentiate the information according to the past. And like in the mornings, I used to go to my school and we used to play the whole day. And after that, the first thing that ever came to my mind during the evening was going out to play with my friends. After that, whenever I used to get tired, I was always preferring the tea made from my mother's hands. So it might depend upon the information as well.
Ma'am,
You would not be required.
Ma'am, can I speak something, please?
Your turn will come. Please wait for a while.
Ma'am, how much marks you will give me out of 10? On the
For
basis of my
marks,
on the basis of my
see,
performance.
for the first time, I cannot predict this because of just asking you one part. It depends upon the whole speaking. Like you should not only be good
I mean,
at the
on this part only.
I would rate you 6.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, and see, listening to your marks is not essential. I would say listening to your mistakes definitely is. Sometimes
No,
you
actually,
use the
actually, actually, ma'am, first time when I asked, then they give me 2, so it is big improvement for me.
okay.
Can I be the next one?
Yeah, sure. Just a second.
Ma'am, wait a second. Ma'am, I want to speak a very
Scarlett is
important thing.
next.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay, it was
Yamini,
Scarlett's
after this
turn.
session, Yamini, after this session, you can ask. If you have any question, you should drop in chat box simply. Yeah, Scarlett, you can go ahead.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
ma'am. But before that, I just want to ask you, am I audible?
Yes, please. Yes, you are perfectly
Yeah,
audible.
I just want to ask you, like, this question are follow-up questions?
No, part 1.
Part 1, okay.
Yes,
Okay, so
yes.
I just need to give the answer in 1 minute, I think.
Not 1 minute. There are no restrictions about minutes, but try to answer it straightforwardly within 3 to 4 sentences, maximum 3 to 4. Okay?
Okay. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. And make sure to provide reasons for each and every question. That would be enough. Okay?
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
So, your topic is whose mic is this? There is background noise. Please mute yourself, the other participants. Is there anything that makes you feel happy lately?
Sorry?
Is there anything that makes you feel happy lately?
Lately?
Yeah.
I think she meant recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
If anyone is not able to understand any of the keywords of the question, you can ask. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
What is topic is going on, ma'am?
It's IELTS session and we're proceeding with the participants. Yeah. So, Scarlett, it was...
Is any admin is present here? Please tell me.
Yes, ma'am, you can ask.
Okay. So, your question was, is there anything that makes you feel happy lately?
Yes, yeah. Suddenly something happened, and after that I became really very happy. Actually, I can able to bought a very good laptop for me, which I always wanted to buy. This is like one of my dream to buy that one, and yesterday I can able to buy that. So yeah, I'm really very happy to know.
Okay. The next question is, what do you do to stay happy?
What do you? Sorry, ma'am, I didn't get.
What do you do to stay happy?
Okay, yeah, just for being happy, I usually play guitar, I usually sing, and these things make me so happy. I like reading book also, but hardly I read. But yeah, whenever I feel so upset or down, that time whenever I feeling blue, that time I want to listen music or play music by myself. Yeah.
Okay. Can you stay happy all the time?
No, I cannot able to stay happy all the time, but I try my best to be happy because it's normal for human. Everybody have problem, and we can say that life is like a problem. But even though if we have a lot of problem, we try to be happy. This is this should we try, but yeah, it's not easy to be happy all the time, and I try my best to be happy all the time, but sometimes I cannot able to be happy. Yeah.
Okay. Is it important to be happy for a person?
It's really important to be happy for a person because whenever we feel the happiness, then hormones are released, and these hormones are important for us. Then we feel that energetic, and whenever we feel energetic, then we can be like we don't have any disease. We can lead a healthier life if we can able to
Okay.
be happy.
Okay, answers were extremely good, and the reasons were provided for each and every question, which was the best part of your speaking. Though I feel like sometimes you're using this sentence as "I cannot able to" or "I can able to." "I will be able to" would be better, or "I can" simply. Either of these two you can use. And mostly in your questions, sometimes when you're trying to generate the next idea, the previous information is being repeated. So avoid the repetition of ideas in case if you can. Okay. These are the two major issues that are found in your speaking. And everybody
Thanks a lot,
everybody,
ma'am.
one more thing. Everybody have, instead of that, you can say everybody has.
Yes. Yeah. It's a
So,
singular form. Yeah.
yeah.
And
So that,
one more question, like rather than using I can able, I can use I can, and I
yeah,
cannot
simply.
able, I will not
I
able.
will be able to, or I won't be able to.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're most welcome. So, who else was the next? Alex, I guess we're done with your turn, if I'm not wrong. Alex, are you done? Are we done
Can I
with
be
your
the
turn?
next one?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ashish is speaking this side.
Okay, I guess who was the participant who told to go next?
Ashish.
Okay,
Ashish Yadav. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Am I audible,
So,
ma'am?
yes, you are.
Yeah.
So, your topic is farming. Have you ever visited a farm?
Yes, I have visited a farm. Basically, I belongs from a rural area. So yeah, I had a lot of chances to visit farms. But recently, I am in a city, so I don't have any recent chance to visit there.
Okay. What kind of farm do you like?
I like the farms of mentha. It's a kind of plant which yields the mentha oil. So yeah, because I like the smell of mentha most. I think my father indulged into a business of mentha oil. That's why I like the farms of mentha.
Okay. Do you think farming is important?
Do
you think farming is important?
Yes, farming is very, very important because it gives us food to eat, which is the very basic necessity of everyone, whether he or she is living in the rural area or urban area. So farming is very important.
Okay. Did you do farm work when you were young?
I haven't done farming work yet because I'm still young now. I'm 16 years old, so I had not have any opportunity to do farming or farm work.
Okay. Answers were good, with the reasons as well. But some minor mistakes, like I belongs, it would be I belong. And like in the second question, when you provided with a reason, yeah, because I like these farms. So reasons were provided twice. So you can use either of the reasons. Provide only one reason, one specific one. Otherwise, it will make your answer a bit confused. Okay, either it would be either you grow it in your home, or either your father is indulged into it. Either of these reasons you can choose and present. And rural area, this mistake is made by almost 90% of the English speakers, that they do speak rural area. It would be rural area. Okay. And I did not had, I guess you were confused between two, which one to
Yeah.
choose about the chance. I've never got an opportunity, you can say, or I've never had a chance to do the farming, as I'm quite young to be considered for this job or for this work. Okay. So you can just have this correction here.
What do you pronunciate? How you pronunciate the rural word? Sorry,
Rural.
word.
Rural.
Rural.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the
Okay.
spelling
Thank
is
you.
also rural. Yeah. You're most welcome.
Okay. Yeah.
Ma'am, I
Thank
love you.
Okay. Who else is the next participant willing to speak?
Basically, this session is about what?
Yeah, Bis, you can go.
Is this a kind of test?
Guys,
IELTS
those
section, basically.
Yeah, guys, those wanna know about this session, you should simply type in group chat IELTS. IELTS. We'll get to know everything about IELTS. Yeah, Base, you can go ahead.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, Wish. So your topic is stages of life. Do you enjoy your current stage of life?
I do enjoy my current stage of life. Like now, it is the last stage of my teenage. Next year, I'll turn 20. So I'm enjoying it to my fullest. I did clubbing. I played with my friends. Like I went everywhere. Even I tried trekking this time. So yeah, I'm enjoying my current phase of life.
Okay. So tell me, in what stage of your life were you the happiest?
The current stage of my life, in my current stage of my life, I'm the happiest one because I'm enough mature to get people know, and I'm enough mature to go anywhere alone now. My mama is also not afraid that how will she manage things now. Like everything is fine, everything is under control, and yeah, I am enjoying my current phase of life.
Okay. So which stage of your life do you think is the most important?
The current stage of my life is the most important because present is much more important than future or the past, because if you spoil things in your present, your future won't be set, and if you sit regretting on your past, you won't be able to get something in your present or future. So the current stage of my life is very much important for me.
Okay. So what's your plan for your next stage of life?
Okay, so I am a CS parent. last like a month ago, not a month ago, but yeah, few days back, I was having a negative mindset that I will quit that, but I'm really not quitting that, and I guess in next 5 years I see myself as a chartered accountant. That's it.
Okay. Extremely great.
Yeah.
The ideas, the way you presented was extremely appreciable, especially the third one. I'm really impressed with this answer of yours. It was very, I would say, insightful answer for from the perspective of IELTS and from the perspective of to be considered for a person as well. The first question, though, however, I felt enjoy your current stage of life presented really well. But as I went for clubbing, I went for trekking and all, so you can consider it in a present. Sorry, because you're talking about the current stage, so you can say as I have liberty to go to clubs and do trekking or take the decisions that I want. So that's why I'm enjoying it to my fullest. Okay. Otherwise,
Okay.
the past information, then the question is also supposed to be in the past. And I'm enough mature. Instead of that, I guess this would be correct. I'm mature enough to take my own decision and handle my own things. So that would be enough. And avoid saying mama. I
Okay.
guess this mistake was made by one more person, but I forgot to mention. Mention mother. That would be fine. Or my mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And third and the fourth questions were highly appreciable. Nothing to point out, to be honest. Yeah. That is
Love
all
you,
for you.
please marry me.
Okay. Who's the next participant then? Please speak up so that we need to see another one.
Yeah, I would like to participate.
May
Actually, Virat spoke first, so Flamingo, you can go after Virat.
Ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Yeah, fine. I'm Virat.
Ma'am, before
Ashish,
you go
I guess
further, before you go further, can you give us some tips to improve? How can we have a good command on English? Like how can we choose new words while
after
we
the
are
session, if
conversation?
it's possible, I guess everybody else would also be there, so we can have a talk
Are you
over
an
this
English
topic.
teacher?
I've been working as I wouldn't say working, but I've been in this IELTS train as an IELTS trainer from the past 1 year. I'm guiding people with IELTS. Earlier, I was there in another group, and recently, like I've started giving sessions, and now I'm here.
So we can say that you are also were an aspirant from these groups earlier.
I'm not an aspirant, but I'm done with my IELTS, and after that, I've started taking sessions.
Okay. Now you can continue.
Okay. So Virat, hope you're ready.
Yes, absolutely.
Ma'am, I love you. Please marry me.
Oh my God.
What the
Has
nonsense is
gone
this?
crazy. Has gone crazy. Just remove him.
Okay.
Who was that person?
I will take it.
No issues. No issues. It's fine.
Just ignore it. Just ignore it, madam. I'm ready. Virat,
Sure.
let us continue.
Okay. So your topic is taking rest. So your first question
Here,
is how often?
I should take care of it. Yeah, Virat, go ahead.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So it's your turn, Virat, as of now. So your
Yeah,
topic
sure.
is taking rest. How often do
Fine.
you take rest?
Yeah, actually, I'm a working professional. Maybe I don't find enough time during the daytime to take the rest. Mostly, I will be taking the rest in the night itself.
Okay. What do you usually do when you're resting?
During my rest, maybe I just feel like I'm meditating. I just feel like I would find myself maybe better future, better career. Maybe this is.
Okay. Do you take a nap when you're resting?
Yes, during afternoon times, maybe for a little 10 to 15 minutes or 20 minutes, if possible, if I can find it, definitely I would take nap.
Okay. How do you feel after taking a nap?
Yes, absolutely. I feel myself like I'm calm. Yeah, all the negative emotions, maybe kind of stress. I feel like I got, maybe I just got rid of all these things.
Okay.
Fine.
So, talking about the grammatical portion, you're really good at it. And the
Yeah.
connectors, basically handling really well. One thing that you need to work upon is speaking with intonation. Like your speaking is in the same flow. In case if you can add up some intonation, paying proper stress to the words, it can enhance your speaking even more. And feel like I'm meditating. Instead of that, you can say, I feel like meditating. That will mention the thing that you feel as if you want to meditate. Otherwise, if you say like I feel if I'm meditating, that will give an idea to the next person that you're only feeling and you're not having an instinct to do this thing. Okay, so say I feel like meditating. This thing you can rectify and try adding intonation to your speaking. Yeah.
Fine. Nice, very nice to have such input from you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Yeah.
So who is yeah, Flamingo. I hope you're ready, Flamingo.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So your topic is home country. Which part of your country do you like to live in?
I am in the northern part of the country, and I'm in Uttar Pradesh. So I like to live in here itself. But if given the opportunity, and if I have the opportunity right now, I have started working, and I have to move to southern part, and I will cherish it also because I love to be with the people who has good command over English, and that is what I'm working in right now.
Okay. What makes you feel proud of your country?
I think I think our land. We are born here, and we should respect wherever we are. We should respect our land. We should respect our territory, and so these are a few of the things, and our culture, of course, for sure, which we cannot deny. We cannot deny this that what a beautiful culture we are having, and I think this is one of the very good reasons I can come up as of now.
Okay. Do you know the history of your country well?
When I was preparing for my competitive exams, I tried to learn all of the concepts of history and all the phases, all medieval era and all the eras of history. But right now, I'm not unable to quite recall all of the things. But yes, I do love and cherish whatever our freedom fighters and before that, whatever our kingdom era was. Yeah, I do love my Indian history.
Okay. Will you stay in India in the future?
Please come up again.
Okay. Will you stay in India in the future?
Now, this is a very tricky question for me. Sometimes I do feel that I should be in India, in my country itself. But sometimes, as I have mentioned earlier, that I have a craze to learn English because I don't know what binds me together with English, but there is something that attracts or that makes me inclined towards English.
So yeah, I'm working on my path to learn English, and once I'm able to do it, because I'm in a government sector, so I don't have the luxury to do it right now. When I will complete my work period in my government sector, then I will try to move. I'm quite unsure of right now.
Okay, it was a bit confused answer, but you can come up with 1 point here. Okay, you can say I want to, but due to my future plans, I would love to move abroad for better opportunities. Okay, and have an idea like this, and be clear with your ideas that can be rectified here. And in the third question, whatever the kingdom era was, however, like if you could have given some examples of the past happenings or the historic events, it could have made your answer a bit better. As you told that you have studied about it, but now you're not able to. But that doesn't mean that you have forgotten all of them. You can still mention that, yeah, I've studied about it and I do know about it quite a lot. Because the next question would not be like, which are the things you know about it? They would only be asking for 1 or 2. So at least a person knows about Revolt of 1857 or Independence Day. Like, what is the history behind it? So you can mention you want to do that. Talking about the second question, what makes you feel proud of your country? Explained really well, and the one thing that impressed me the most in this question was your complexity of the sentences. Like, you're using the complex and compound sentences and the very beautiful sentence structure you're having. That is something that I would highly appreciate. In the first question, a slightest mistake was there. Which part of your country would you like to live in? So if you're mentioning like, I live at this place and it's located in Uttar Pradesh or Uttarakhand, and you were talking about your native place, right? But they have asked which kind of place you want to move to. So first of all, you can mention that I would love to move to the southern part of India, even though I like my place itself as well. But due to these reasons, I would love to move to this place, specific place. Okay. So firstly, the main answer of the questions can be provided, and then you can give extra information, like you would like to live here as well, but these are the reasons. But firstly, the main demand of the question should be fulfilled. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is all about your review. Okay.
Vicious will go next.
Who was that? I didn't get it.
Vicious.
It's me.
Okay, Vicious. So
Go easy on me, huh?
Yeah, sure. We're having a very simple topic, the names. Okay. And if you're not comfortable with the question, or if anyone is not comfortable, they can ask me to change the question. I will.
No, I'm comfortable with any question you ask.
Yeah, fine. So your topic is name. Is it easy for you to remember people's names?
Comparatively to the places, yes.
Okay. How do you remember people's names?
Well, it's easy. I mean, in India, all the names are more, they have more sort of a resemblance.
Okay.
So it's easy to, remember the names. You just need to remember the initials. Rest everything more or less remains the same.
Okay. How do you feel when people can't remember your name?
Well, it annoys me, of course. I get annoyed when, people forget my name. It certainly annoys me, but, it happens. If you meet somebody after a long time and somebody you do not know well, it happens. So, sometimes you get used to it and sometimes you get annoyed. It depends on the situation.
Okay. Do you often forget people's names?
I don't. I've got a sharp memory for this, and as far as I remember, I've never forgotten any name till now. Neither I found anything complicated for myself.
Okay. Answers extremely good. The first question, though, I feel like it was for one sentence, and the reason can be provided that why is it easy for you to remember people's name? As you've made a comparison that is compared to the place's name, the people's names are much easier to remember. But providing a reason would make your answer more specific. Okay. And the second question, if I'm asking you, how do you remember people's names? So you would be having your own strategies, right? You have mentioned, but you are mentioning that for remembering people's names, you should be mentioning that I make sure that I'm remembering their initials, and rest everything is quite easy.
Okay.
And the third question, talking about a situation, this can be avoided. You can see, I try not to get raised with this, as if I'm meeting a person after a long time, so it's obvious to forget names. In that way you can mention. But if you're providing a situation, that would make it less relatable. Like if you meet a person after a long time, so they might forget the names. So that would not make it specific to your answer. Okay, but it is required for you to be specific enough. Yeah. And the fourth question, I don't. You started with this phrase. Adding some crutch words would make your speaking a bit more effective. Like I usually don't forget people's names, but if it's too complex for me to remember, I do. Okay. So usually can be added there. These usually actually, these would make a sort of an impression in your speaking. So you can add these crutch words. Okay. So that was all for your review. Who else is willing to go next?
Yes, madam.
Okay. So your topic is reading. Do you like reading?
Yes, I do like reading. Since childhood, I am very fond of reading, and whenever I get a chance, I always like to read something in my life, and I never miss a chance to read something.
Okay. Do you like to read at home or in other places?
Well, I would say it totally depends on time. For last 3 months, if I talk about recently, well, I used to go a library which is very nearby my home.
Okay. In what places do you think it's difficult to read?
Ma'am, I love you.
Well, I find that most difficult places like crowded places and as well as sometimes in the so many road and traffic jam places are very difficult to read.
Okay. Do you like to read by yourself or with other people?
Well, as I mentioned that I am very fond of the reading. So whenever I get a chance, I never miss an opportunity read by myself.
Okay. Answers are extremely good, but you're having that O sound in your speaking, which you need to avoid. Okay. And in my life, I never miss an opportunity in my life. That would be, I would say, too exaggerated to include. You can just say, I never miss a book to enjoy reading. And the third question, these places are very difficult to read. You can say very difficult to read at. That would be correct, okay? Because you're trying to make a complex sentence here, but you need to add a preposition. So at would act as a preposition at the end of this sentence. And the reasons were mentioned really well about you like to read by yourself and even about the third question. So overall your speaking is quite good, but you need to work upon adding some connectors, some advanced connectors, and avoid this O sound in your speaking. Okay?
Okay, madam. Thanks a lot.
You're most welcome.
Actually, I have one question, madam. My exam is going on. I have booked my date on 11th August. So, as per your observation, how many bands I will get approximately?
When are you having your exam?
11th August.
11th of August. Okay.
Yes.
But on 11th on August, there is a national holiday.
Yes, but
with national festival.
Bro, actually, I am talking about IELTS exam, not Indian exam and government exam.
Okay.
That's why.
Give you band scores or marks only if I consider your full speaking. So we'll come up with another session for that, and once we conduct your full speaking, I'll provide you with the band scores as well. On the basis of only part one, I'm not sure that what bands am I supposed to give you. Yeah.
Okay, madam. Nice to talking with you, madam.
Okay, so who's the next participant?
Wait. Short announcements.
Can I try?
Wait. Short announcements. Those wanna participate,
okay.
And I said the muted new participants will be muted because I don't know who's that person trying to craft here. So those wanna participate, and if you are muted, please try to tag me in group chat. Then I will unmute you.
Ma'am, can I try?
Hey,
Sorry.
just 10 seconds. And Mr. Alok, you do have a link in your bio. Please remove that. We're just giving you 1 minute to remove it. Please continue. Sorry.
Okay, no issues. So I was also asking you, Patrick, how long we'll be continuing the session?
Yeah, it's up to you if you wanted to conclude. So it's fine because it's already time's up, 10:20.
Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow onwards we'll start by 9, and in case if it's continued
Ma'am,
till
can you
10:30,
take me last on?
Yeah, sure. Okay, Naruto. So after Naruto, we'll be done with the session. The rest of the participants can join tomorrow. Okay. Or else you can stay for listening purpose. So Naruto, your topic is getting up early.
Yeah.
Do you often get up early in the morning?
Yeah, I am a morning good person, and I love to get up early in the morning because it feels me very motivated and to do my work.
Okay. What do you usually do when you get up early?
Whenever I get up early, I usually do yoga. After that, I finish my daily course and I pray to the God and I do my daily routine work.
Okay. Do you get up early on weekends?
No, I usually do not get up early on weekend because it is because weekend is a very crucial day for me. It gives me to relax throughout. It gives me time to. I usually do not get up early. I usually do not get up early on the weekends.
Okay. Which morning do you like the best in a week?
I would say the Monday morning is very special for me because whenever whenever I go to the work, it feels me motivated and dedicated towards my work.
Okay. It feels me instead of that, you can say it makes me feel. Okay. Or I feel motivated. And the rest of the questions, you answered well. I would say you tried really in a very good way. But there is a sound in your speaking, and sometimes you're doing self-correction. Not sometimes, but you're doing that quite often. You're trying to actually put up a better word or a better sentence instead of the previous one. So I would say once you have spoken the sentence, just sort out with that. You can use your information for after that, but no need to self-correct because the information that you are providing me with would be considered as the best from your side. Okay, so avoid the self-correction here. And I'm a good person, so I would like to wake up early in the morning. I guess that would not be a reason for you to wake up early in the morning. You can say, as I'm a very self-disciplined person, or as I'm an early bird, so I like to start up my morning really by 4 a.m. in the morning or by 5. Or instead, you can say, as we have an environment, quite a strict environment at home, so my parents wake me up usually by 4 a.m. or early in the morning. Okay, that you can say.
Ma'am, would you give online classes or?
I'm sorry, like I'm not available for the personal classes as of now due to my schedule. So you can join for the regular sessions. Yeah.
Okay. So are you IELTS trainer or just?
From the past 1 year, I am giving IELTS sessions.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Ma'am?
You're most welcome. So, time to conclude today's session. Yes, please, Ashwin.
As you have told us earlier that you will give us some tips for improvisation. So if you want, please, you can.
Yes, sure. For speaking, I would say if you are a beginner and you're really hesitant to speak, first of all, you have to face yourself. So mirror speaking is one thing that I would recommend to most of the people because I myself, when I was a beginner, I used to practice in front of mirror because you will be judging yourself quite more as compared to other people. So that is the first thing that you can do if you want to inculcate some of the advanced vocabulary in your speakings. So one thing that you can do is watching English videos, or I would say for entertainment purposes also it would work out really well, because when I'm watching English movies or if I'm watching something in English, I usually open the notes application in my mobile phone and I write down the words which I find interesting. The rest of the things you can also find from some of the specific PDFs, as personally I would recommend 3 of them. IELTSmaterial.com, it's having a topic specific vocabulary at the end of each topic, and the second one is top 200 IELTS topic. I would post in the group if anyone is interested, but these are all of these are for different purposes, not for the beginners, to be honest. But for beginners, I would recommend just practice mirror speaking and try to converse more with people as much as you can. Any other specific thing that you want to work at, Ashish?
If one wants to be fluent like you, what
So
one
it
he
all
or she needs to do?
It all depends upon the practice, because I've been doing this thing from the past 1 year, so I'm actually able to speak. Otherwise, I was also a beginner. If I'll consider myself a year ago, I was also hesitating to speak, and I was getting stuck in between, repeating the previous sentences. I've seen like the most of the mistake that you people are making, I was also at your place back then.
Ma'am, could you tell me
So
your
the more you
scores
speak, the fluent
if you want?
will become. See, band scores I cannot give on the basis of just part 1. It depends upon like if you are able to speak for part 2 and part 3. Because to be honest, part 1 is quite simple, but part 3 requires some technicalities, and even the part 2. So the overall band scores can only be determined if I'm taking a full speaking.
Okay, ma'am, I have a question. Like, whenever I
Do you
am
suggest that books?
Okay, I have a
Yes,
question,
I was
ma'am.
talking about books. Okay.
Okay, wait. Yeah, you wanna say something?
Yes, you.
You wanna say something?
No, actually, I'm done.
Okay, yeah.
No,
Yes,
I was
yes.
not asking to you. You dropped the
Yeah,
masses
yeah,
in
yeah,
group
yeah.
chats. You wanna say something, please?
Yes. I want to ask you, ma'am, like, whenever I am cool or whenever I am normal, so my fluency is moderate level and I am moderate level speaker. But whenever I
Please speak a bit
go,
louder. Your voice
okay,
is a bit
okay.
low. Yeah.
Okay. I was saying that whenever I am normal, like right now, I speak quite well, like moderate level. But whenever I go in front of anyone, so I became nervous and I lose my fluency. And at that time, none of would come my mind. So what should I do for that?
Because you're not comfortable with talking on topics. You're comfortable with the normal conversations, and you don't have much information to provide to a person with the topic. So I would say that rather than indulging in normal conversations, try to read out something that is related to topics. That would even enhance your vocabulary, and you would be able to generate better ideas for the topics, like related to education or recent developments in science and technology, or like in IELTS we're only having some specific kinds of topics, so at least you can give it a reading. So I would say indulging in conversation would only help you with the fluency, not with the content and not with the grammar, until and unless you're having someone to correct yourself.
Ma'am, is it good to just read or for intro question, like in IELTS speaking part 1 and part 3 for knowledge, increased knowledge? What would you suggest for?
See,
like,
you don't need to increase much of your knowledge in the part 1 and part 3, because as all of us are aware of this thing, that most of the topics are still the same. Even if you take Makkar IELTS, I would not recommend the sample answers of that, because it's not having advanced vocabulary and connectors basically. But the topics are still the same. It would be either asking about celebrities or the past incident or your situation or the recent changes happening nowadays. So topics are still the same. You would be having only 60 to 70 topics. And those two are not complex. Those two are too basic for a person. If the same would be converted into your native language, you would be easily able to answer that. Right. So it's not that you need to work a lot or you need to study the whole thing about it, but it is only that you need to have topic specific vocabulary. Right. So for that, you need to read the sample answers, but not from Makkar, honestly.
Okay. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
How can we find someone who can correct us in English? like as you have said that you one needs a person who will correct us. So how can we find such persons?
I guess instead of searching for such persons, you can even refer to Grammarly app. If you're recording yourself, let's take an example. So you're asking yourself questions, basically 4 to 5. So you can type that in Grammarly app, and you would be knowing about your mistakes that you're making, and it will even correct yourself there. So if you're not able to find any person, so Grammarly app will help you most with that thing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're most welcome.
Okay, you can conclude now. Yeah.
Ma'am, could you do this? Could you do this session on daily basis or just on a week, once in a week?
Not on once in a week. We'll decide with the admins here, and we'll continue.
Yeah.
But not once in a week. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So those are admins here. Yeah. Please.
Yes, please. You can speak. I was just.
No. I was saying those are admins here. After this session, try to join admins group. Yeah, and I send it to you also link, so you can also join. We can conduct one meeting for this session. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
And it was a very good session. Thank you.
Yeah, it was
Really,
amazing.
it was a great
It was
session.
a too good session.
Thank you so much.